Hello, welcome to The Secret Mind. My name is Jules, and this you are going to hate. So I would turn off now if I were you. First of all, I'd just like to say thanks to my 50 subscribers. Thanks, Gary. Thanks to everybody else. Much appreciated. If there's anything I do that you do find of interest, please do consider subscribing. If I'm not going in the right direction with it, I'm wasting my time. But 50 subscribers, I'm delighted with. This segment, however, is my most ignored segment. I do realise there's a problem with the channel. I'm doing too much stuff. You're not supposed to do that on YouTube. I just do what I want to do and what occurs to me. So I do have stories in there that maybe should be separated out, and I do have something that has attracted zero interest. And I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, because at the beginning of the year, I started an experiment into Bitcoin. I thought after 14 years, it had become important enough to look into. And I started a prospective trial that runs throughout the year. We're at the end of month 3. There's one more day of March to go. So I owe you an update to see if this is ridiculous or not. Obviously, there's plenty you can read on Bitcoin without me doing an experiment for you, but I thought I would start an experiment at the beginning of the year, so here we are. The premise, however, was this: is Bitcoin good for you? Is it a healthy thing to do? If it works as it should, reinventing the concept of money, the biggest change in money in our lifetimes, will that be a good thing for the rest of us? Is it a good thing for Joe Public? Is it a good thing to battle against the big guys? Is it therefore empowering? Does it give you personal control? In that case, the health argument, which it should be my job to make, will be less anxiety, something that might secure your future if this thing sticks around. Or am I a big fool? Is this just scam, pretend, stupid money that you wouldn't even bother with it like it was Mickey Mouse money at Disneyland? Why is it such a political hot potato? Look at all the banks. They're all saying you can't do transfers. They're protecting us. They're on our sides, the banks, aren't they? So you would listen to what they're advising. Why are they closing down all these ways of getting into it? Isn't that a bit suspicious? So, and am I, in looking into it, smart or dumb? It's never dumb to look into something, and that's what I'm doing. So my plan is documented on this channel, and it was to put in $10 a week. It's usually done in US currency for reasons of technical reasons, apart from anything else. To put in $10 a week for a year and see if that is a good idea. Bitcoin went through a big blitz through the pandemic, came down from those highs, so it seemed like a reasonable idea to start buying in when it was low. But a lot of people think it'll go a lot lower. 1 or 2 think it might disappear altogether. Not very many. Bitcoin, at least we know, is probably here to stay. So they're my premises, and these are my results at the end of March. So far, because there was an extra, either I put $10 in or they gave me $20 free. After 3 months, 12 weeks, I seem to have invested, I think I got a couple of freebies, it's on the videos, 100, or maybe I put £10 a week in. I should know this, shouldn't I? $180 invested. No, I put it obviously in, it's so divisible. $10. I think I got a couple of free. So $10 a week. Every Friday it's put in from me. And this is US dollar equivalent. USDT is called a stable coin. This is where you have to communicate. You can't just leave cash on this exchange. This exchange is called Binance. Today I read in the news someone's trying to shut down Binance like they did FEX. So all this could blow up and you can have a good laugh at me. But at the moment I'm leaving this on Binance so I can demonstrate to you. And if it all blows up and all disappears, well, there we go. That's my fault. What you should do with your Bitcoin is take it off these exchanges, keep it in a drawer on a piece of paper or on a memory card or something else. You can find this stuff out. So, having invested 180, think let's just enlarge this a little bit and get rid of my heed. Weekly, this is what I do. I put in $10 a week and I put it into this auto invest thing. So it's it makes it really easy to look at and show you. So I've now got 0.00816 Bitcoin, and I bought that at an average cost of $22,054. I'm just going to look if I can at the current price of Bitcoin. Current price of Bitcoin is 28,215. So that looks like a bargain. So let's get rid of that. And this nice little slide shows me that my unrealized gain, so this is the amount I've gone up but I haven't cashed in, is $50 and nearly 50 cents. And so the return on my investment in over 3 months is 28%. And tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'll be buying another $10 worth, because that is what the machine has been set to do for me. And that is the time I decided to buy it. So what is clear from this is that I'm a genius. Because it's gone up. I agree it doesn't show my premise. It doesn't defend my premise of is it's healthy, because I haven't done the work on that later. It's more of a thesis, really. But so far, that may be the most successful thing I've ever done. Obviously, it could go down 28% tomorrow or over the next 3 months. But so far, at least financially, which isn't the premise of the experiment, but it's been a very healthy 28.05% return on interest, just by way of interest. Inflation is high. Have you heard about that? Thought you might have. 16.3% is the true inflation rate in the UK. 16.3%. This is the way it's gone. It may have peaked in January, which is why our Chancellor may think that we are avoiding recession. What does that even mean for you and I? Interestingly, unbelievably, in America, it's only 4%. Don't ask me, I don't know enough about economics to understand it. But look at this, it's dropping like a stone. And yet our graph, remember our graph? Over the last 6 months, not dropping like a stone. So make of that what you will. What are my conclusions? Is Bitcoin a good idea in 2023? The evidence says yes, so far as an investment. If your investments go up, you're likely to feel a lot healthier. But was it a healthy investment so far? Yes. Do we know what tomorrow brings? No. More regulation. Is it worth learning about? I'm going to conclude, yes, it has to be worth learning about. Is it healthy? Possibly, if things work out, but who knows what the future holds. I'm not a financier. Just, I think it's a good idea to look into it, but it's a bad idea to do what I'm doing, which is leaving it on exchanges, because if you've seen the news last year, FTX went bankrupt and all your money disappears. So look into it if you want. I will check in with it with you in a month, and you can see how the plan is doing. I'll have made another 4 payments. It'll be working or it won't as an investment. And by the end of the year, you'll have 52 weeks of evidence, all being well in the world, and you'll be able to decide whether you're going to look into it, or just look into it now. Let me know what you find out. Thanks. Bye. See you tomorrow.